Hello, beautiful. Welcome to Returning to Light with Julia Treat. That's me, your host for today's podcast. I have been super busy since returning back to work. I'm doing the air quote work because, what I do is it never feels like work. It's just an amazing blessing that I'm so grateful for that I get to help people in several different ways with what I do. I'm going to be uploading some videos that I did. Yeah, I'm going to upload the audio here so that you can listen to the podcast. But if you want to see the videos, they're actually on my YouTube channel, Returning to Light. You'll be able to see my face and Lisa's face because I have a friend that I ran into after 10 years. I hadn't seen her in she said 10 years. I couldn't believe it had been that long. And what she went through and how our meeting came together and then what happened for her after that is miraculous. And when I talked to her about what I thought I could help her with, she agreed that we could record it because I said people need to see or even hear. You'll be able to hear the shifts that happened for her. Okay, so in some of the podcasts, in the last one that I'm going to put up, I'm just going to put them up one after another. Okay, so you're going to see these podcasts show up. And in the last one, I actually did a screen share, and I shared a video. And so you'll hear the video, you'll hear what's happening, but we won't be talking. So again, that's because it's a video on YouTube. I didn't want to delete that part though, because it was important. So it'll all make sense when you listen to the podcast. And oh, by the way, I'm back on Facebook. That's another thing, another miracle that happened because they had said I was banned for life. I was banned from Facebook for life. Don't even try to apply again. And then I got a little nudge. I heard this little voice. It's my own voice, but I got that intuitive hit. Just try one more time. And I did, and I got on immediately. So I'm back on Facebook. I'm sharing a lot there. And so come see me there. And just look for me, Julia Treat, on Facebook. And I also just am starting to put my podcast up there. So that page is there, Returning to Light. Okay, so I am doing so good. And, it took a while for me to break free from my own, grieving from my brother and my dad passing. And almost losing my mom and all these things. And I really came to a conclusion. I'm serious when I say this. I actually think I had PTSD. Because everything happened all of a sudden. Like my younger brother passed, and then my dad passed 3 weeks later. And my brother that was unexpected, right? He just passed sitting in his chair watching football or something. My dad passed, had Parkinson's. I mean, that was a blessing that his suffering had ended. Then my best friend who showed up, to support me at my brother's service and to get ready for my dad's funeral, she stays at the hotel with me, in her own room. But the next morning we have breakfast. We go, separate ways. She goes to smoke a cigarette outside. I go to brush my teeth, and we meet back at the front desk. And she has a heart attack in front of me, which I had to rush her to the hospital, which was 4 minutes away from the hotel, which is another miracle. We started calling them Jeremy's miracles because that was my brother's name. If she wouldn't have been there with me 4 minutes from a hospital, the doctors don't think she would have made it. A high probability that she wouldn't have. Okay, so then my mom gets very ill because she's, of course, absolutely devastated and grieving and stressed and all the stuff. So all these things happen, and I realize a lot of people have like a breakdown and they just shut down. Well, I just kept going because I had to. And so I do feel that stepping back, taking time for me, finally saying, you're trying to serve from an empty vessel now, so you really have to work on you. And maybe this is something some of you need to hear. It's okay to just stop for a while. Okay? So I really focused on me, my health, got back into my hot yoga. I started really drinking a lot of Sia. So I really started loading my body up with these redox signaling molecules because my body, my mind, my spirit, I needed help. And so I knew that because of all of the stress I had been under and shock, that had damaged the cells throughout my body and my brain. I had no doubt because I was not myself. So I started loading up in the ASEA, and I have made it to the other side. After reconnecting with Lisa, which you're going to hear her story, and it's amazing, really. Please listen to it, even if it's not for yourself. It might be for someone else that you know. Okay, it's just so important that we just learn what is possible. But when I ran into Lisa, I took it as a big God wink that, Julia, you're supposed to be serving, and I don't mean serving as a servant. You're supposed to be serving and sharing even to this local community, which I had not. I took everything online and I stopped doing anything locally. Well, people need me here. I understand that. I get it. And so I've been doing readings. I've been doing group readings. I've been invited to different places, including Lisa's dance studio, and have been doing group readings that are just, it's so fun and it's so amazing because it's like doing an individual reading. You know, you see them shift, especially if they've been in a bad place for a while or lost or sad or whatever. And they just shift, and even their aura, but their skin and their face, everything shifts to this like lighter, brighter thing. It just happens. And so at the group readings, I'm seeing that, and it's just making my heart smile so big because I did need that time off, but man, I am here to do some pretty amazing things, and I'm owning it. I know it. I tried to stop it and shut it down, but that's not good for anyone, including myself. So if you are in need of a reading or you want to just connect, book a session with me, you can email me, juliatreat444@gmail.com. You can just request one there, or you can even text me, right? So you can text me if you want to book a session with me, if you are interested in ASEA and need help with it, or want me to send you some testimonials of some kind, you can text me. Please do not use that as a text to ask me, hey, is my mom around me? Okay? Just be respectful of that. Just, if you want to book an appointment, if you want to need help with ASEA, please, you can text me. It's 570-780-6737. All right, so I am going to hop off of here now. I am going to upload the I think there's four segments with Lisa. You're going to be amazed, okay? It's just mind-blowing. And it has been one of the biggest blessings in my life to witness this and know that I was a part of this. Like, I'm so grateful that, God has led me in this direction. It's just another direction I'm moving into. So some of you have reached out and asked how my mom's doing. She is doing fantastic at 87. When she was having her massive breakdown and all the stuff was happening, and she was, it was a mental decline that actually came on very rapidly, and it was either nursing home or you're going to start drinking this stuff, the ASEA. She chose the ASEA. Now I'm talking, guys, for real. She hadn't bathed in probably 2 weeks. That's not my mom, okay? She's a clean person. Hadn't bathed in a couple weeks, wouldn't leave her apartment. She cried all the time. I walked in and she had her head in her bed. She was on her knees and she's just bawling into her bed. And I'm like, oh my God. She was talking to herself all day, every day. We'd be driving in the car. She'd just be whispering to herself. And if I said, Mom, what are you talking about? She didn't even know she was doing it. Okay. So she couldn't remember anything. She had forgotten to feed her dog and was forgetting to eat herself. This is significant and severe. And as a speech pathologist, because that is another hat I wear, got my master's degree in Kansas at KU, I had clients that were in the same shape that my mom was in at that point, and I was like, my worst nightmare is coming true. One of my worst nightmares would be to put a parent in a nursing home because I've worked in them, and I don't ever want that to happen. So she chose the ASEA, and we started her out a little bit. We wanted to introduce it slowly because I didn't want her to detox too fast or feel like crap, even worse, because then she would think it was the ASEA. And then we started just pouring it into her body, right? Like a week or two later, she's drinking a lot, okay? And she is doing fabulous. Her doctor just gave her annual checkup. He's blown away with how good she is. She took herself off Xanax. She no longer takes that. She's off of a blood pressure medicine now. She is off of, she doesn't take anything now for her sugar issues. What else? She's slowly been, she's at 87. She's actually going the other direction and being taken off of things. It's amazing. It's beautiful. She is driving herself to church on Sunday, 45 minutes one way, out in the country in Kansas, a little church that my dad used to preach at. So, guys, there's miracles can happen. I've been saying this a lot on Facebook. Miracles happen. Sometimes you just got to try something new. So, I'm thrilled to be back doing what I do best. And please reach out if you need me for any reason. Whether it's an individual reading, we can do them on Zoom. If you have a couples reading, if you want a family reading, group reading, we can get it taken care of. So reach out if you need anything. JuliaTreat444@gmail.com. Or you can text me 570-780-6737 to book appointment or if you need help with ASEA. All right, I am off to upload these segments for you, and I will also be uploading more content, more things to help you on your path. All right, so I'm sending so much love your way. The light in me sees the light in you, and it is divine.